This is Sainthood in the city.
I want to welcome y'all to episode 3 of our podcast. Father J, let me get a beat. We just vibing.
Just vibes, chill vibes.
Alright, look. Off the top, I'm looking around the set, wondering about what I'm gonna rap about next. Henry on keys, he just vibing. I'm just freestyling, going off the mind, man. You never heard a priest beatbox like this, and he stepped on the track, and he could also spit if I was to pass the mic and let him rhyme. But I'm off the top, and this is what I might find. Alex, he hype it up.
That's what we do.
Dr. G, you know that's what's up.
What's up?
You know, this is the podcast representing the real, going to outcasts and trying to bring them to the fold. Come here and hang with us, you already know.
That's what's up.
Yeah, and you know we get as litty.
All day.
This is Sainthood in the city.
Yeah.
Just for fun.
Yeah.
Just for fun.
Freestyling. We didn't even need to practice.
Just for fun.
Yeah, that was live, bro.
Didn't even need to practice.
At all, bro.
We could have kept going.
Practice.
Practice.
We talking about practice.
We talking about practice.
Yeah, man, just for fun. Yo, I love them keys, man. That was flavor. Like that.
Had that
That'll
J.
put me in the
Cole
zone,
vibe.
bro.
Like,
You know what I'm saying?
We was talking yesterday, and you just
Like-
gave me the vibe, bro. And
That's
I was like,
that
say
J.
less,
Cole
bro.
vibe.
Yo,
I
yeah.
got you,
Some
bro.
lo-fi.
I got you. So check
Little
it.
Drake Gizzle there. For shizzle, my nigga.
So music is kind of crazy, like, you know, the formats that we have here, because music plays a huge role in all of our lives.
Facts.
Right?
Facts.
So like
Facts,
that goes
facts.
just without saying, right?
Yeah.
But I want to like take it back a little bit, right? Because, and I want to ask you guys how we got here, right? Because like, we know music, right? We know the beats, we know the lyrics, we know everything that's happening in music today, right? In the secular world, right?
Facts.
And
real. For the most part.
So I just want to ask you guys, like, how we got into this double standard, how certain things are acceptable for quote unquote sacred music or church music.
Yeah.
And then that same thing is not okay in the secular world. So if you don't mind, I'm gonna share some lyrics.
Secular versus sacred.
Yeah, that's the conversation you want to have right now.
So
Combo,
so I want to like share like some lyrics, right?
do you?
So I'm not even gonna tell you the song. It's gonna be obvious, right? It's by my boy Drizzy Drake, right? All right.
Okay.
I mean, actually,
You said you wasn't going to tell us, bro.
I know. I ain't gonna
I'm
tell
not
By
telling
Drake.
you the- I'm not
tell you.
telling you the
It's
song.
by
With the
Drizzy Drake.
Kanye shirt on, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, my bad.
But anyway,
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
So check it. And this is a song that is considered inappropriate, right? And we shouldn't be listening to as Catholics or, you know, it's Christians or future saints, right? And it goes, I got my eyes on you. You're everything that I see. I want your hot love and emotion endlessly. Right?
Yo,
And
yeah.
so that's something that's like, right? They're like, oh, well, you
I
know
can hear
what?
the beat while you playing.
Yeah.
While you playing.
stupid.
Drake is
But-
the king of that.
But right, so but it's like, oh man, like that's inappropriate,
rewind.
right? But then let me read you another song, right? Let me read you some lyrics from another song,
All right,
right?
read that.
A song that's, you know, a church song, right? A sacred song. So your lips distill nectar, my bride. Honey and milk are under your tongue.
Okay.
Your two breasts are like two fawns, twins of a gazelle.
Don't you know you sitting next to a priest, bro?
Bro, for real.
But here,
We talking about the breasts.
Yeah, he's talking about the breast.
but here's the thing.
Chicken breast.
Chicken breast.
Lean protein. Lean.
Number 3. Production team.
He's trying to make sure that we meet our macros. You know what I'm saying?
Let Ivan come back.
So hold up. So that it even
Your
goes
wife
right.
know that you here talking about that?
So wait, bro. So that
You know
it
Michelle don't play
continues.
that.
She
Pop
definitely,
out.
she definitely don't. But
Pop
it
out
even
the couch.
continues, right? It
What
says,
song are you talking about here?
so it goes. You are stately as a palm tree, and your breasts are like its clusters.
Oh, he just keeps on with it.
He
keep rolling.
My man loves.
He keep
keeps
rolling.
rolling with it.
Listen, not to
saying?
be inappropriate, my man like those breasts.
Yeah,
But here's the thing, right? That's such a famous song in the Bible, Song of Solomon, right? Like it's crazy.
Song of Songs.
So Song of Solomon, those words, I want to make sure I'm hearing you correctly.
Yeah, bro.
So that is in
My
the
brother.
Bible.
That's
Bro,
in the Bible.
In the Bible, bro.
Song of Solomon.
Yeah, bro. And so
Okay.
here's
we gotta
the-
look this up right here.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, please.
Fact check.
Look it up,
You know what I'm
bro.
saying?
We about to fact
Y'all heard about the fact checkers? You know what I'm saying?
Google fact check right here. Fact check.
Gotta fact check that, brother.
So, Song of Songs, right?
Yep.
And then get the Song of Solomon, right? Chapter 1.
Chapter 1.
Chapter
Verse
1.
2. The red letters?
Yeah.
I don't. Yo, y'all. If you
This is the
Catholic,
uncut
you-
version.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You Catholic, you don't know what I'm talking about, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just be keep it 100 with you.
So,
Go ahead.
like,
I'm getting there.
So,
Yeah.
so here's the thing. Like, how did we get to that point, right? Because here's the thing.
What chapter? What chapter are we talking about?
So it's a couple. But here,
It's like with anything,
chapter
man.
1, verse 2.
Verse 2,
right?
yeah.
And then we get into.
Let him kiss me with kisses of his mouth.
Oh.
Woo!
go to chapter 2, verse.
Pause.
Right away.
Right?
Because I don't want because it says
but it's
his
facts,
mouth.
though.
I don't want no dude kissing my mouth. I'm just saying.
We rewind.
But wait a second now, because we're talking about Song of Songs here, which is, you're right. It's a love song.
Right.
It's the
Yeah.
greatest of songs,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, nah, I feel that. That's real.
And St. John of the Cross alluded to this very book of the sacred
And the
scriptures.
spiritual
Yeah.
journey. Yes, sir.
And it is beautiful.
And so here's the thing, right? It's beautiful, but throw a Drake beat over it, or if Bad Bunny were to sing those same exact lyrics, would we be saying it's beautiful?
Well, first of all, there'd be a lot of brrr.
The ad libs be crazy.
Did I get that right? All right, shout out to Cardi B again.
No, or even that, right? So like even that, like the verse that Father Jay just read. Imagine
Yeah.
like Cardi B were to do that same exact verse.
Well, she does
That's
a
the
lot.
exact
Okay,
line.
well, here's the difference. Number one, they do a lot more, but I think
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
taken out of context, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no,
So
I feel that.
let's make sure we put that. Because you read one line, and we agree. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But if we put it in context, it makes sense. You know?
Because love is beautiful.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Right.
like
And
one of those
love
things.
is the universal language.
Absolutely.
Facts.
Right? But the problem is that we have distorted it.
That's what I'm about to say.
Fact.
Go ahead.
Facts.
Go ahead. I'm going to throw
What
it
I'm
to
about
you.
say,
Go
What it is
ahead.
that
Go
I've
ahead.
noticed is we've let the enemy steal what is good.
Amen. And what is
then-
beautiful.
And then this is what we do is because the enemy has such a hold on it. What I feel like in the church, and I think there's a big misconception. I mean, what was the first commandment? Be fruitful.
And multiply.
And multiply.
And he wasn't talking about agriculture.
He wasn't talking about math.
He wasn't talking
about cornfields.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, but that was the first commandment.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying? We've let something that God has given us between man and woman, marriage, you know what I'm saying? That covenant bond, you feel me? We've let the enemy just steal it and take away. And this isn't obviously, this kind of like a prelude.
Facts.
What we're going to be talking about in a different episode. But in saying that, we see a lot of that in the culture. We can say the same thing with the topic today, if we haven't said it already, is music. You know
Well,
what I'm saying?
music. I mean, we're talking about music. Like I didn't.
Please don't stop the music. Oh, my fault.
No, but
Mama say, Mama Saba,
but
Mama
you-
Kusa.
I don't know. I've been singing that. Right? I was singing that during the coffee
Yo, all right,
break.
so
Yeah,
no,
go
hold
ahead,
on.
B, go ahead, B.
I never caught this. So someone pointed out to me. And we could Facebook fact check this too. You know what I'm saying? But
I'm knocking
but
stuff
no.
over.
If I never caught this. That even like they say that like Jesus before he went. And you know what I'm saying? They sang a song. They danced. You know what I'm saying? There was a whole moment that the apostles
They
did.
were doing
You know
the
what I'm
kid
saying?
play.
Like there was a moment
Right.
there where like music has expressed every
Absolutely.
emotion.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
We're
go to
talking
the
about
Old
Song of
Testament.
Solomon.
Go to Old
Right,
Testament.
no.
In fact, in Hebrew, one of the things I heard, a professor told me this years ago. Again, I was doing some after-graduate studies in biblical Hebrew. They said that creation, check this out, creation was almost sung when you read it in Hebrew.
Oh,
And then,
absolutely.
Yeah, it
no,
really
you're right.
is. No,
You're
no,
right.
no.
It's a
And
poem.
It's a poem.
You're right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes, it is.
Creation itself.
Genesis.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
And I remember I was like, bro, like
Yeah.
it just shows the power. Because think about it. It's being
Music, man,
spoken.
the power of music.
Right? So
Yeah.
a poem is being spoken. So a power of music. Because what is music?
Well, music. As a matter of fact,
But-
let's
but-
do
Yeah,
this.
yeah, I think that's a
Let's
good
do this
one.
real
Yeah,
quick.
yeah,
Let's do this
yeah,
real quick. Let's do
go
this real
ahead,
quick.
go ahead.
So I like to do this because random sounds, right? These are like city sounds, right?
Yeah, yeah, I
These
know
are
where
city
you're going.
sounds. This is like
yeah.
you got random sounds, right?
Right.
Right now they're just sounds. If I put them all on top of each other, right? This would just be noise. This would just be chaos.
Yeah.
Right? There's no
Yeah.
structure, there's no organization to it, right?
You're like
we
Bronx,
take those
middle
same.
I'm just
Yo, that
saying.
sounds like
Yo,
outside my window, bro.
That
sounds like you live in the Bronx, bro.
If you don't know those sounds,
You live in the Bronx, bro.
you don't know us. Facts.
Bro, you live in the Bronx, bro.
Facts.
So
all that is.
check. What would happen if we actually gave structure and order to that? You know what I'm saying? Like
Let's hear it then.
same sounds. Now all of a sudden it has structure. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy right there. Right? Structure.
Hey, just cutting it out. But like the difference between music and noise is music is organized sound and noise is unorganized, unstructured sound.
Hold
Kinda
that
like
thought.
God.
So I'm gonna
So-
tie back in where we went down this thing. Then you go back.
Yeah.
Is creation? Anybody would say that. Anybody would say it was chaos.
It was chaos.
It was chaos.
It was chaos.
And
It was
God brought
chaos.
order to the chaos.
And
Absolutely.
God brings order out of chaos.
Yes, right.
Boom. You
And
see what I'm saying?
structure.
Structure.
And so there's something too, and this even goes back to right when we were talking like in episode 1 about boundaries and structure.
It's needed.
Right? You
It's
need
good.
that.
I mean, man, like if you really want to think about the structure and so forth, maybe maybe I should say that for other episode, but structure is good in a basketball game.
You
Think
need
about
it.
it. You need it.
Right.
Michael Jordan dunking on a court outside of an actual game. It's dope.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's good, but in the game,
You ever
my
see
man
those
just-
memes? Where it's like the dude's like, boom, just no defense, just punch him in the face, laid him out. You know what I'm saying?
No, but
you need
here's
the
the
rules.
thing.
But hold up, let me
And-
finish that.
go
So
ahead, go
him
ahead.
dunking inside of a game, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's beautiful. The structure of the game and so forth. It makes it even. Think about it. Even makes it better because of the structure of it. But him defining, I mean, him opening it up to a different era. Because think about it. You know, when he was jumped from the free throw. Now that's normal. He was the first one that did it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But that was the
Iverson's
structure.
crossovers, you know what I'm
He
saying?
opened it up the boundaries per se. You see what I'm saying? But staying within the structure. I want to make
Right.
sure I keep saying
Right.
staying within
Right.
the structure, right? You feel me? But my man just like you know,
Yep.
and now
And-
it's like normal. You know what I'm saying?
And I want to touch on something that you mentioned earlier,
Mm-hmm.
right? So we have allowed over time that music, the enemy, to distort something that came from God.
Facts. Yo,
Bro,
I
the
didn't finish
arts,
that. So
the
yo,
arts,
yo,
right?
I didn't
And
finish
music
that.
is
When
one of
you
the
read
arts.
the Old
It's
Testament,
a gift from God.
no, when you read the Old Testament, it says in different ways, different parts, all through the Old Testament. Whenever they did their liturgy, for those who don't know, whenever they did worship,
Right.
okay,
Yeah,
whenever they got
yeah.
together, they bring their best instruments.
Yep.
Their best. Okay, I want to
And
make
you know
sure
what's
I
funny?
I add that.
Actually,
Wait till I break
They're
out my
best,
shofar,
yeah.
bro. Wait till I break out my
No,
shofar.
That's facts, bro. You better have a
When
handy,
y'all see the
bro.
llamas start coming
But-
in, because my man's instrument.
Bro.
But and here's the thing, right?
Jesus, I love
To
you.
touch on instruments, right?
Yeah.
Like even at least in the Hispanic culture, right? Because
Yeah, my dad got the congas.
like my parish, right?
For real.
My parish, Father Jay, you've been a priest in my parish. My parish is probably 95% Latino. Like, and that's
97.
right, exactly. That's me being conservative, right? But there's been times. Here's the thing. There's been times where in our choir, and because we have a Latino community, we have a Latino choir, we have a Latino band. Like we play like Latino rhythms, right? We'll play salsa, we'll play merengue, we'll play bachata, we'll play all that stuff, right? No. But then here's the thing, right? So and just to give you some background, right? So like in the choir for the most, it's just guitar, piano, and bass guitar, and then the percussion, right? And the singers. Bro,
What makes it different?
But here's the thing. we'll bring a trumpet, right? Let's say to accompany us.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, they're like, nah, oh my God, how can you bring a trumpet? Well, bro, a trumpet is a biblical instrument, bro.
Oh,
Read
absolutely.
the Old Testament.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Yeah,
So,
yeah.
and it's like, oh my God, no. Now they're venturing too much into, they want to be too much like secular music.
Yeah,
Well, bro,
yeah.
that's our instrument.
Yeah, like
Nah,
so
I
is
get
the
what you're saying.
instrument. Is
So
the
there's nothing
instrument-
wrong about the instrument. There's nothing wrong about the sound
that's what I'm about
itself,
to say.
right?
Right.
I was using sounds. The sounds in and of themselves, there's nothing evil
Right.
about
There's
them.
nothing
Yeah.
You know what I'm
immoral.
saying?
So whenever
about
we say evil,
that.
hold up. Whenever we say evil, we don't mean like satanic or anything along those lines. What
Right.
we mean is in the theological and our tradition. What we mean is it not being good.
Right.
You see,
Yeah.
it not doing what it's supposed to do.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
exactly.
The
You know what I'm saying?
purpose that
The
it was
purpose,
created
right,
and
right.
intended for.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
Go ahead, you have a point
an
that you
instrument.
wanted to make.
So an instrument is not evil in
No,
itself.
not-
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
intrinsically
A musical
evil.
note
Musical
is not
note
intrinsically
is not
evil. On the
intrinsically
contrary,
evil.
it's
Yeah, yeah.
intrinsically good.
Absolutely.
Because it's music. It comes from
Absolutely.
God.
Yeah, right.
We
What did
distort
Augustine
it
say?
as humans.
What's Saint Augustine?
Oh, St. Augustine said, he who sings prays twice. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying?
Facts.
Absolutely.
Well, sings well.
Yeah, he
There's
does
some
say
people,
that.
you
People
know,
forget. I was
that
gonna
should not
say,
be
yeah,
singing.
people forget
I'm
that.
saying,
You know,
you can
So
sing in
some
the
of y'all-
bathtub, but,
some of
you
y'all,
know.
some of y'all, that's not your spiritual gift.
Yeah.
No, I'm half joking.
I mean,
And we
no,
need to
no
confirm
shout
that.
out Father Antonio, but
Yeah.
yeah, you know what I mean.
Wow.
I mean,
Shots fired.
that's-
Shots fired.
You know what I mean? Like for real.
Bruh.
And he ain't gonna watch this podcast anyway.
Nah, he not. He not. I got love for Father Antonio, but he not
He ain't
watching
gonna
this.
watch
He
it.
not watching
Like,
this.
you know, if you
I love
Father
that man,
Antonio
but he not
walks around
watching
the
this.
corner.
Yeah, but seriously, no. All kidding
first one
aside, like,
commented.
yes, you're right, and I love that quote. He who sings well prays twice. Right? There's something very beautiful about that. The art of singing and music and what that plays in us. And if you think about it, right? And Brandon, I know you could roll with this with me because it's like, you know, sometimes music will put you in that mood, right?
Oh,
Yo,
yeah.
like
You know
growing
what I'm
up.
saying? Like,
And so-
growing up.
right? I mean,
and-
so like when you're down, you're gonna put on.
I mean,
you know,
even before that,
some
like-
music that'll accompany you, if you will.
Yeah,
you
but
know,
even
in that
bef-
mood, in that
absolutely,
funk,
like working
right?
out, so forth. But check this out, like growing up, especially Latino community, Latino households. When you woke up on Saturday,
Smell the
already know.
fabuloso.
No,
Smell that.
hold on.
You-
It's not when you woke up. It's
Yeah,
what
when
woke
you got
It's
woke
what
up.
woke you up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
What woke
yeah,
you
yeah,
up? What
yeah,
woke
yeah.
you up?
on a
You know what I'm
Saturday
saying?
morning.
But total
Your
side
alarm.
note, now I'm thinking about it. So check this out. For those of you who don't know, it's normal for Latino communities. I don't care what, Mexican, Dominican, I've done this all over. Saturday morning, your parents will wake you up, all right? And there's usually something playing in the background. You know what I'm saying? Music. There's music playing in the background. It usually smells like fabuloso. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it a buck with each other.
Yeah, of
Pine
course.
sol
Yeah,
and chloride.
Mistolin, bro.
Pine sol, all that
Mistolin.
stuff, for real,
The
bro.
purple Mistolin.
The purple. yeah.
Always purple.
Smell it
Yo,
for real.
yo.
And this ain't that H-Town stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Wow.
Throughout the whole house.
So, but let me ask you real quick. What type of music, feel me? What type of music did your parents play?
Oh, a Saturday morning? Nah, bro. Merengue, bachata.
You lying, bro. What's that one? Bro, what's the one we was talking about yesterday? What is it?
Típico, bro. Stop hating, bro.
Yo,
Típico.
them 20-minute
That was
songs,
more
them
of a Saturday
20-minute songs.
night.
Oh, that was Saturday.
That was
What is it
Saturday
called? What's it
night.
called?
Típico.
Típico. Okay, my bad.
Típico.
Yo, that is like
They
literally
drinking.
like drinking a Red Bull
For
music. You know
real,
what I'm
bro.
saying? Like that music comes on, it's like
I mean, yeah.
12 Red Bulls to the face.
Yeah, you know you from the hills in DR if. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Bro,
no
DR is
doubt.
nothing but hills, bro.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So
No, don't be hating
real
on
quick.
my
Okay.
Campo
So
people. Come on now.
merengue, bachata.
We the original hillbillies, bro.
Okay, we know this. Okay, because y'all don't wear socks.
Nah,
like,
chill.
bro, all right?
Yo, you see this?
Relax.
nigga? Yo, facts, yo.
Relax, bro.
Yo,
Relax,
for real.
bro.
I'm
If you
just
haven't
saying.
noticed, by the way, people at home, you know, we got the Puerto Ricans
We got
on, this,
Dominican
on
haters.
this couch.
We got Dominican
And we got the
haters.
I'm
Dominicans on
technically
this
both.
couch.
He's technically both.
I'm technically both,
All right.
but I'm American.
But you're an
Right, exactly,
Nah,
exactly.
nah, but you're an
right.
accomplice, bro. All right, so you got
Who said I'm
Dominican hater
accomplice?
and the accomplice.
Wow.
Okay, so check it out. So hold up. Merengue, bachata,
Right.
salsa, so forth.
Absolutely,
What
yeah.
you call it? Tropical.
He said
Bro, we gonna give you some Spanish lessons, bro.
típico.
Okay, so look.
It's like he's joking because he really can't say it. That's why he's joking. So say it, bro.
Shut up.
So say
So
it.
look, I mean,
All right.
for those of
So
you
you
watching,
make
I
it-
mean that the Christian way. Shut up.
In the name of Jesus, shut up.
So what type of music your parents play? Real talk,
And
bro.
literally everything. So like
Yeah.
everything from it just depended on the day, right? Like sometimes it was the Spanish stuff. Oh, yo, my mom's love that Latin freestyle music.
Y'all don't know.
Yo,
Latin freestyle music
And the
is hard,
dad with
bro.
the sweatsuit.
when you was driving,
Dancing to
go
it.
to Orchard Beach, or you drove upstate to FDR Pool,
real,
you know what I'm
for
saying?
real.
Like
How we do it. How we
those
do it.
summers,
How we
that's
do
how
it.
I went down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean hip hop
Same,
all the
same,
time.
same.
You know what I'm saying?
Hip-hop,
Like driving to school in the morning. Like my mom played hip hop like every day.
Facts.
Hot 97 was on every
Yeah.
morning,
We
and
used
then
to
it
have
was
the
like
tapes, for
Power
real.
105 or Wendy Williams. A lot of times was
Wendy
on driving
Williams,
home from
wow.
school. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Shout out to
yo,
Wendy
like-
Williams.
like,
Yo, Wendy.
Dang.
Yup.
For real.
Sponsor us.
Don't
my
pass
book.
out either.
Look. Buy my book.
Nah, stop.
Yo, pause.
Stop.
But yeah, so all right, so what we're talking about, like different music, different
Right,
sounds,
right,
they
Right.
change us. They come from our culture, they come from our
They were playing in the
childhood.
background.
Right. So,
you know what I'm saying?
So, and here, I want to ask you guys a question. So, what's on your playlist right now?
Oh, okay. So we have different playlists.
I think which playlist, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Song
Like,
of Solomon.
more
No, I'm stop.
Song of Solomon on repeat.
Hey, I'm married
Song of
21
Songs.
years. I want to make sure I say that. I got the date night playlist. You know what I'm saying? That's that Alicia Keys, Luther Vandross.
All right. So,
you know what I'm
so
saying?
how about this?
Some
then?
Romeo Santos.
So let's go
You
through
feel me?
let's go through different things, right? Because you're right. At least for me, right? You asked me what's on my playlist. I'm like, well, it depends on the day, depends on my mood.
The mood.
So here's the thing, right?
Time of day,
And-
for
and-
real.
where
and-
I'm at.
And I think it was you, B, that mentioned. Oh no, it was you, Father. That music transports you, right?
Yes, it does.
Absolutely.
It takes you,
Yo,
it takes you
even
to another
Plato
level.
would say
and here's
that,
the thing,
man.
And we're gonna touch on it in a little bit.
Yeah.
But the Catechism of the Catholic Church affirms that music transports you, right?
Yeah.
So
Facts.
So
Yeah.
so let's
it
talk about.
appeals to that area of the soul that's deep inside of
That's
you.
facts.
You feel me?
That's facts. And so like when you go into the gym, what you guys got in your playlist?
Oh,
Yeah, we're a little bit.
You gotta
different,
have
bro.
the angry
Yeah.
stuff, you know. You gotta have like that
Okay,
DMX.
So, yeah, no, I ain't gonna lie.
yeah, that
Yeah,
for real.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yo, like,
So let me
yo,
go
working
forward.
out angry is the best. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So let me
That's
say
it,
this.
yo.
So let me say this.
Like
We're gonna name
Nas,
some
yo,
artists.
Nas.
We make sure, when possible, to get the clean version. Okay, I'm gonna be for
Absolutely,
real.
yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
be 100. I'm being 100% honest with
Yeah.
you. But definitely like Nas. You know what I'm saying?
But I mean, a lot of times it's like high energy. And my playlist is very mixed up. You know
Same,
what I'm saying?
that's what I'm about to
So
say.
it's sometimes it depends on what I'm doing. Like I can lift weights listening to like
Worship
a talk.
music.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
But like
Talk,
when I'm on
worship
it, like I'm
music.
running, like I need somebody like yelling at me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
another mile.
you know what I'm saying? Every
You
time
know?
is just
yeah. So I think.
Thank God it's Monday. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. Shouts out to
I feel
ET.
you.
You
I feel
know what I'm
you.
saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be like workout.
So
playlists,
yeah,
literally
mine
all
is
that
a little
for me.
bit all over the place too. Like I said, Nas, I got the traditional like, but same. Like I got some talks on there, literally, and I just put mix.
Put on shuffle. Yeah.
Shuffle, motivational stuff. All kinds of stuff. Worship, praise and worship.
You know,
music and so
it's
forth.
funny because like when I was in high school, before a game, whether it was soccer, whether it was baseball, I would always play like LL Cool J. Mama said, "Knock you out." You know, like that would get me crazy. Like I would be like knocking to that, like, and people were like,
I feel that.
You know, like
when I used to compete, it was always like something along those lines.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
always.
Yeah, I mean, and then it's like depending on me, like so again, because I the way I grew up is a little bit of everything, right? We were talking about sometimes it was like Michael Jackson playing, you know what I'm saying?
for
Like
real, for
sometimes it was a mixture of all that stuff. And so to this day it's the same thing. Like lately I've been finding like when I want to just chill, like in my car,
Lo-fi.
I've been listening a lot. I've been listening to a lot
praise
of like
and worship.
a lot of like dance hall Afro beats. Like
Yeah, I
that's
feel
like
that. Yeah,
my
that's
vibe
true.
lately. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Oh, I gotta
But-
say this. I listen to a lot of Christian hip hop.
Oh,
I
yeah,
listen
for sure.
To a lot
Yeah,
for
of
sure.
it.
So
Yeah, yeah.
and that's actually a good segue into
Yeah.
my next question that I wanted to ask you guys, right? Because we talk about the different genres, right? And I'm gonna make a statement that I think we all agree with, right? That for the most part, because there are
Yeah.
exceptions.
Yeah, yeah.
But there's no like intrinsically bad genre for the
Absolutely
most
not,
part,
man. And you could do this with
because we
any-
do have explicitly satanic
Except for country
music,
music,
right?
No, I'm just playing.
But
Nah,
but
shout
like
out to
minus
Garth
satanic
Brooks.
music, which of course,
Yeah.
No shout out. Nah.
But like for example,
trying to be nice.
hip hop.
Right.
No, but and even all jokes aside, right? Hip hop,
Yeah,
with
rhythm.
country.
Yeah, no.
you have-
Say that again. The satanic music. I want to make sure I say that. That's a pause.
Well,
Like,
right.
Yeah.
Well,
But
because the object of that music
Absolutely.
is to worship.
For those of you who don't
Satan,
know,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's why.
For
Go
those of
ahead,
you who
go
don't
ahead.
know, in order for a moral act, before we look at it and make sure if it's a good or bad moral act, there's three things, and the first one is the object itself. Right. Like, is it intended to be good or bad?
Right.
You
Yeah.
see what I'm saying? In this case,
Right.
satanic music, pretty obvious.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Because
Makes
the,
sense?
because the goal
Yeah.
and the object is to glorify
Absolutely.
not the person who's not the creator, right?
Absolutely.
In,
Right.
in
Yeah,
essence. In essence.
Yeah. So okay. So what you were saying, like.
So again, besides the obvious, right, satanic music, but hip hop, rock for the most part, country music,
Yeah.
pop,
Yeah.
R&B, right? It's
Yeah,
not
I love R&B,
It's not.
bro.
Facts.
Yo, I
it's-
love
Facts.
talk about Song of Solomon.
Yo, 90s R&B?
Mary J.
Bro,
man.
bro,
No.
Queen,
You know what?
man.
I'm convinced, bro. Solomon was the original R&B artist, bro.
Oh, facts. He
Bro,
definitely.
if you look at
he's
this,
definitely
bro,
Drake's
he
ghostwriter.
definitely-
You know what I'm saying? Like,
he was
my
like
man-
a Drake. Listen, he was like a Drake combined
Facts,
with
bro.
like a Frank Ocean.
Yeah.
Combined
Facts.
with like a Al Green.
Facts,
You know what I'm
bro.
saying?
My man had a little
Barry
bit of
White.
Luther.
Yeah, Barry
He had a
White.
little bit of
You'll
Luther in
never
him.
find.
Nah, but it's facts though, right? So he was the OG of R&B, right?
Absolutely,
But
yeah.
what type of genres do you guys have right now, like in your worship playlist or in your Christian playlist, whatever
Yeah,
whatever
even
you
that, I'm
call
glad
it,
you said that. 'Cause
whatever
there's a
you call it.
distinction.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Father J, what you got?
Me, I've really been into, especially the last couple of years, and I've noticed this, like really just praise and worship music.
So when we say praise and worship, like give me a couple of examples.
Like, for example, Jonathan McReynolds, House Fires. I've really been on House Fires. My girl, Tasha Cobbs.
Tasha Cobbs goes.
Cobbs goes
She
hard,
heat,
Bro,
Yo,
nah.
Yo, Tasha,
That
I
whole
love you,
Tasha-
Tasha Cobbs.
that
God
whole-
bless you, girl. You're
Anthony
anointed.
Hamilton.
You know who?
Yeah.
My other boy that I want to give a shout out to, William McDowell.
William
You know,
McDowell's
William
the man.
McDowell's
You know what the
truth,
thing with
man.
William
Dang.
McDowell is,
Yo,
bro?
that guy is
Is that-
anointed, man.
And Father
And
J-
this is a Catholic telling you. And I met you, William. You just don't
Facts.
remember me, but it's
Yeah.
all right.
Facts.
I love you
And-
anyway.
And here's the thing, and Father J
Stop
can
asking
attest
me
to it.
for the autograph.
Yo, we should put the picture up of me with William McDowell and Tasha Cobbs.
But here's the thing, Father J can attest to it. I'm not the biggest fan of William McDowell's music, but here's the thing, though, right? William McDowell, he's a prayer, bro.
Yeah, he is.
And when you you could listen to, bro, you could like, let's say I'm on my way to a retreat.
So,
bro,
yeah.
I have a retreat on my way to the retreat, just listening to his album.
So check this out.
Oh, yeah.
So
And
you're
there's
saying
sometimes
something.
I'm like that too, yeah.
So you're saying something already. So you're saying I'm already in the mood to worship.
Yeah.
Boom.
Right.
I'm gonna listen to, and we're making the distinction per se, like the Anthony Hamiltons, the Tasha Cobbs,
Your boy, Kirk Franklin.
Franklin,
Kurt,
so
right?
forth, right? Like for real.
Yeah.
Ooh, get it. My man gets lit, bro.
But
Okay.
even like the elevation
But, like,
worships and the
I love
hill songs,
elevation
you know
worship.
what I'm saying? Like,
Hill songs,
Cody
so forth.
Carnes.
Yeah.
Cody Carnes, his wife,
Yeah,
Carrie Job.
Why you
Oh,
playing?
yeah,
Why you
yeah,
playing?
yeah.
Yeah, no. So
Job
we're a
or
little bit of
Joby.
all that, but I'm gonna be honest with you. Sometimes for me, I need something to kind of lead me to that point.
Yes.
I'm gonna be real
Yes.
with you.
So
And
what
that's-
type of music does that for you? Or
that's-
who
So for me,
specifically?
like especially lately, has been KB's last album.
KB's last album
He's
is
a
fire.
good mix. For those who don't
Yeah.
know, he's hip hop artist and so forth. But like he takes like a Oceans, hill song, and then like he'll use it as like a the chorus. And like
Right.
so, there's
And then the
plenty
beat
of
drops.
times.
You know
There's
what I'm
plenty of
saying?
times I'm just driving because that's usually what I listen to when I'm driving.
Right.
And I'm like, man, I'll just start praying. I'm not even paying attention. I'm sitting there just praising God and so forth because of KB.
And
You know what
then,
I'm saying? Yeah.
and I don't want to interrupt you there,
No, I was
but I also want to give like a real credible shout out to our Catholic musicians and artists.
Absolutely. That's
Because
right.
you know what, we don't acknowledge them as much,
right.
and we've had this conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I rap. I haven't released anything in quite a long time, just because I've had this block for a while. But you know, you rap, right? And then we have other people in the Catholic circle. Obviously, a lot of you would know Matt Maher. You know what I'm saying? Like, Matt Maher is good. Ike Ndolo. Like, I give my boy Ike Ndolo's a beast. And if you guys have never heard of Ike, he's nasty. You know, Ben Walter, my friend Ben Walter.
I know Ben.
You know
Ben's a
Ben.
good
We
dude.
know Ben. We played with Ben.
That's right. Ben is a good dude.
He's a good man. What's his name?
What's up, Ben?
From Texas too.
Oh my gosh. Yo, I'm being with him.
There's also that
Austin
group, the Vigil Project.
Gormley or something like
You know
that.
what I'm
Oh my
saying?
gosh, I can't.
No, Josh Blake.
Josh Blakely's another one.
Josh
He's
Blake's
good
yeah.
people.
Sarah, my girl Sarah Kroger.
Oh, Sarah.
Yo, I love
So
Sarah.
cool.
You know,
Yes.
Sarah's my
That's
girl.
facts.
Yo,
But
so-
the Vigil Project is a dope, like,
Yes.
they're dope.
Yeah.
Yo,
too,
check this
you
out. I don't know
what
if I told you this. One of the guys who's on there, one of the Spanish songs that's on the Visual Project.
Yeah.
He works with me. He's one of the theology teachers. He
Oh,
was the
word, I
one that
know
I was
that.
talking about.
Oh, word, I know.
Yeah. So small world. So I'm glad you did that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
I just
saying?
you know what? I
Definitely,
just wanted to show love.
We love you
because
guys,
we
man.
always
No,
say like
we
we
love
gotta
you guys.
support each other.
Yeah.
Like the same way we're supporting Chatty Films, the same way we're supporting Audio Geek, the same way we're supporting the Centro Bronx. You know, like we're trying to support. Yeah, even you, Dr. G. You know,
Yo, you heard me? That's in my book.
You know,
No, and it's hard as artists when you don't have resources, and a lot of times your resource comes from the people coming to your stuff.
Facts.
Correct.
And for someone
yeah.
who's trying to genuinely glorify God,
Yeah.
like
No,
you know what I'm saying,
I
it's
agree
hard to
with
do
Yeah,
that in many ways.
Yeah.
So
sorry if it seemed
that's
like
dope.
we was joking. So
No, but that and then like because I think Henry, you kind of hinting at it before. One of the crazy things, and you were saying this before, is it always seems like the most popping, like most like the songs that are blowing up are the ones that are doing the exact opposite,
Right.
and they're the ones that are getting the most like
Yeah,
funding,
yeah,
the most
yeah.
resources,
Like your
the most
homegirl, you
anything
keep
to
shouting
create. You know what I'm
out,
saying?
bro.
So
what was that? What was that? An owl call?
it was a pigeon.
Yeah, right. I don't know if I did that right. I'm
you
sorry. I
didn't.
really don't listen to
definitely-
music.
but,
So, but I still love you,
I don't
Cardi.
blame you.
I still love you. All right.
But yeah, but nah, all that stuff, like, you know, if we can bring some of those resources back, because I mean, art, music,
Right.
like a lot of that stuff started here with us.
And
you know what I'm saying?
I want to throw this in there. We can jump back in there. But one of my favorite philosophers of all time is Plato. And in the Republic, he says in the Republic, they're making a beautiful, like the best city and so forth. He makes a little, he says something in there that I found profound years ago. He says, if you want to change, if you want to affect the city, make sure you watch the poets that the young people are listening to. So then who would be the poets of today? You feel me? And that's Plato. And for those of you who say like we have a bias and all those stuff, I would say, you know, I can understand why you say that to an extent. You know what I'm saying? I would just say like sit with it. Just sit with it. You know what I'm saying? Sit with the perspective that we're getting at. Music is very powerful.
Absolutely.
Very powerful.
Yeah.
And for those of us, like, think about it, man. Yo, like, go back to our, you know, when our families get together, what's playing in the background?
Yeah,
We sit in silence and meditate.
No, and you
Yo,
know,
I can
and,
see my dad.
And that's
Bro,
one of
what's
the
wrong with you? Okay?
And that's one of the
You see it?
beautiful things, right? And we're
Yeah.
and I'm gonna touch on it a little bit later, right? But music brings unity.
Absolutely. We'll start dancing. So
Or
for
what
us
you were saying
grown
about
guys-
playing together, like even like a band, that's literally what it is.
Yeah.
You're listening. I mean, what we just did in the very beginning is you played,
That's fine.
boom.
And
We like, you know what I'm saying?
here's
Everyone's
the thing,
coming
right?
to the fold.
And not for nothing, it might have been like 2 minutes, and we're not even probably thinking about it right now. But that was a bonding moment that we're gonna take with us later on. We're gonna be like, "Yo, that was so dope."
Yeah.
Yo, you remember
I mean,
the
I'm
time,
not.
bro? That
Yo,
not
you know what's one of them
joking, bro.
parties? The
Yeah.
random side note, like, because as you're saying that, like, you've been to like a family party where they bring out all the instruments.
That's what I was going to get at. Yeah.
It makes a part of that experience so
course.
much more. You know
Of
what I'm
course.
saying?
And here's the thing. You probably won't even remember anything from that party.
Yeah, I
but
don't
you're
remember,
gonna
but I remember that.
Nope.
Yo,
Yeah.
we took out all the. You're not gonna
Congas,
remember. You might not even
timbales,
remember who
yeah.
was there
Maracas.
unless
Yeah.
it was the people that were playing with you.
Tambourines.
You're not gonna remember. Like you're not gonna remember what day it was. Maybe not even what you
it's-
were wearing. But you're gonna
man.
remember the fact that you were whoever your boys, your friends, and y'all were just vibing.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
yeah.
and there's a very deep bonded moment, especially that is embedded in all of our families. And if you trace it all the way back to the indigenous tribes and all those different stuff with the drums,
Theater and
bass
rounds.
That's
and
crazy
so
because
forth.
I was just about to allude to that, right? But in a little bit of a different sense. But bro, growing up, I'm not gonna front. Like I listened to hip hop, right? I hated bachata, merengue. I hated
Really?
just Latin music in
out.
general. and here's the thing, right? We talk about the bonds that music form.
Yeah.
Like when I got older, and I would listen to those songs that I grew up listening
feel
to,
you.
like in the car ride with my pops or my
Yeah.
mom.
That's kinda how,
or,
like,
or
salsa
the
was
music
for
that
me.
would wake
I'ma be
me
real
up
with
in the
you.
morning on
Yeah.
Saturday mornings. I started to fall in love with that music. Why? Because
Yeah.
I
So
started
this
tying
happened to me
memories.
recently.
Yeah, I'ma be real
This happened to me recently.
Yeah,
my
that's
grandparents.
facts,
I was with
bro.
my
Yeah, yeah.
grandparents,
And-
and they started playing the boleros.
Bolero.
Yeah. Oh my lord.
I never like it, and I was just like, "What is that?" And I was
Yeah.
like, "Yo, y'all always just."
And-
And like, I literally downloaded it, and I was like, sometimes still like you know what I'm saying, for like the past
Yeah.
year, like I'm like, sometimes I will put the lo-fi on, and sometimes I'm just like, I'll just throw that on in the background.
Yeah,
that's
and
real.
then,
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
then, and, then, and then here's the thing,
like I
right?
wanna-
So then let's bring it back to church. There are songs, bro, that I never really liked like that, or I liked them and I got tired of them, but then I'll listen to them in the car ride, and I'll think about that moment where that song, like that was what I needed to hear.
No,
at
no,
the
no.
moment. like those lyrics, I needed to
so
hear
to stay
that.
on that point, for myself, definitely was like salsa and so forth. But like I remember, like for real, my parents loved like Al Green, like the Isley Brothers and so forth. And as so like as I got older, you know, Al Jarreau, you know, and as I got older, and I remember my pops, because all I would listen to was hip hop.
Yeah.
As all I was, I remember my pops be like, yo, my man, whenever you get a girl, what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like for real. And then you know my response? Yeah.
Hit something over there, bro.
Bro, for real, what's up, bro?
I don't know what. Yeah, whatever.
Give me noise, give me noise.
Give me the Scooby-Doo one, bro.
Give me chaos.
So yeah, no, bro. But it wasn't until like I say like about 18, 19, I was like, nah, man, that's dope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So kind of to say that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's facts.
So Henry, the point we're trying to make here is, your music moves us. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Absolutely,
that's facts.
absolutely.
You had a point to make, Father?
You know, this is a great podcast right here. Like this episode, because music is important. Music moves the soul. Music does so much, right? And we can't downplay the power of music. We can't do that. You know, like music is essential. And here's the thing. And you said it at the very beginning. You think of like how music started, right? The church documents actually tell us that the prime instrument is the voice, right? The prime instrument is the voice. So if you can sing, right, then that's the prime instrument. And then ultimately the organ came into play. And in church, right? In church music, there are some people that would not accept a guitar, would not accept drums, would not accept trumpets.
Not even
as
a
you
piano,
said.
it's just
not
an
even,
organ.
Not even a keyboard.
Organ, yeah.
Right? Not even a keyboard, which
facts.
is like, it's the same type of instrument. And I know people will want to argue that. But here's the point. My point is, when we think about music, right, and we think about especially like the music we hear at church, at one point, that music was not accepted when it first came out.
Yo, for real. No,
You know,
man, I gotta say
am
this.
I right? Am
No,
I right
that's
about
real.
that?
Thank you.
You know what I'm
Because I'm gonna be
saying?
real with you. I remember.
You know,
so like again, I didn't grow up in church
Like-
or anything along those lines, and I remember no matter what parish I went to, I would hear the same songs.
Yes.
The same exact songs, and I was like, okay, cool. You know, I'm kind of new, but as years went on, I'm like, bro, this is the same song. I remember asking somebody in charge, and it's like, yo, like, how come, you know, it's like the same songs and so forth? And I remember their answer and comment on this. It was, we play the same songs because the mass, notice the equivocation, the equivality, equal in what was here in this, is the mass should feel comfortable. So therefore we play the same songs that they used to hear when they were kids. Now, I remember it was so far left from me, I didn't even know how to answer. I remember just like stepping back. As I had time to think about it, I'm like, well, wait, hold up. Because I didn't grow up with that. My kids ain't grow up with that.
But
You know what I'm saying?
But here,
But here's the point. like, I'm gonna play devil's advocate for a
Please.
second. Do you go to mass to feel comfortable?
Right. And then here's
I don't know if that's a devil's advocate for me.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that. I think like, you know, St. Paul talks about the word
No,
being a
we go
two-edged
to
sword,
mass
right?
for
Like,
Eucharist. You know what
right,
I'm saying?
and guess what? And sometimes you're gonna receive comfort and solace, but there are other times where the bag needs to get shaken, right?
Yeah.
You need to shake that bag, and you gotta feel uncomfortable,
Right.
Yeah.
right? And
Nah,
so
our Christianity was not made for us
No,
to be.
we were not meant to be
exactly,
comfortable.
exactly.
Yes.
And here's the point I wanted to make, right? In regards to that, right? If he's going to mass to be comfortable,
or she.
or she, whoever it was that
They.
said,
They.
okay, they, that's fine. So they, right? I would dare to say they have a dead faith, because comfort is the enemy of growth, bro.
I mean, I could see that. I guess, yeah.
Because
I mean,
you
I
grow
could see
when you're
that.
uncomfortable, bro.
Yeah, no,
when
no,
you're
no, I feel
You
comfortable.
need comfort sometimes.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
for
saying?
real.
Right, no,
You wanna be equipped to go.
consolation.
That's a good point.
Right? You want to be consoled. Right? There are times that
Dang,
you
that's
need
a good point. I never
consolation.
thought about it like that, because that's a spiritual depth to that.
Right.
Consolation as opposed to comfort.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
Nah, there's a difference. I don't know, man. I've never really thought about it that deep as we're sitting here talking about it. You know what I'm
I mean,
saying?
another one, the Holy Spirit's a comforter. You know what I'm saying? So like that's
Yeah,
like,
no,
So like,
Not
you know
like
what I'm
not
saying?
like shy
You know
comforter
what
though.
I'm saying? Like,
I'm just saying.
but-
I'm
but-
just saying.
No, but here's the
I
thing,
will
though.
comfort.
Well, when we say the comforter, we mean that. But here's the thing: when we say the comforter, we're talking about that they're comforting someone. Not that someone is sitting there comfortable and this is the same mass, the same songs. We're talking about two different types of comfort.
Well,
Yeah, I
so
don't
okay, so
know.
what we're talking about essentially
It's the
though,
same word, but two different types of
There's
comfort.
familiarity, but it should be pushed forward.
Yeah, so
Familiarity.
I think
You know
no,
what?
but that
So
was
hold
a
up,
better
so hold up.
word. Was like
So-
they
Right.
need to feel what's familiar to them, and in that case, I'm like, okay, I understand why. Now, what about the next generation?
But exactly.
So-
Right.
Wow.
that,
hold up,
that would have been
so
my
hold up.
response
So-
if I would have thought about it.
No,
You know
but
what I'm saying?
honestly, I don't know. Maybe I'm just very bullish on it. But then where's your growth if all you're seeking is comfort?
Yeah, I mean,
Where's your growth?
For me, it's really like I'm always like whenever I bring up these conversations to people in charge in the church, you know, a lot of them know that I was non-Catholic Christian for a number of years before I became Catholic, and I've heard like, well, it's because you have that background. You're used to them changing things up and so forth.
Right.
I'm just like, all right, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
But-
it's not my cup of. You know what I'm saying? What's the word I'm looking for?
Not
It's
your
above my
cup of-
pie grade. It's
Pay grade, pay grade.
it's above
Pie
my
grade?
pay grade. It's above
Is
my
it cherry
pay grade.
pie or
Yeah,
apple
yeah.
pie, bro?
It's above my pay grade. Feel me?
Nah, so hold up. So when we think of the church, a lot of times music, we think of this stuff, right? Like, I mean, it's like, and a lot of times I've been told you could only do this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
You know what's
this
funny?
is
If
comfortable.
you would have played
And
that
this
when
is
I
dope.
was a kid, I legit. The only time I've ever heard that was like on those scary movies.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like I'm being for real. Like I'm
I
not trying to
mean,
be funny.
yeah,
Like,
no,
I
no,
really-
no,
Like
yeah.
Halloween.
Yeah,
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 no, like
you're not the only
Damien
one that says
and
it.
so
A lot of
But if
people
we
say
would have
that,
pushed
yeah.
it forward, you know what I'm saying? If we would have personalized it, take some of the familiarity of it, you know what I'm saying? Make it our own. It could have a whole bunch of different formats. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Bro.
I feel
Like-
that.
Imagine you. I was just about to say, bro, throw a verse on it. I was just about to say that, bro. Man, that's crazy.
Yeah. No, and that's hot. I mean, I and there's a time and a place for that.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, yeah,
Time and
yeah.
place.
Right.
There's a-
Make
there's
sure
a-
We're not
it's
gonna
time
do
and
that
place.
in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
middle of liturgy.
No,
right?
no.
We're not gonna do that in the middle of mass.
You see, but and that's the thing, because there's liturgical music,
Right.
Right. There's
Absolutely.
liturgical music.
Right.
There's concert music.
Yeah.
Right.
Facts.
And then there's religious music.
Facts.
There's three different types of music.
Facts.
For us, because you have the liturgical music for the mass or for the sacrament, and there
Absolutely.
should be a certain type of reverence,
Facts.
and liturgical awareness, if you will, for lack of a better term, I guess, to that. But then, but not all music should be shunned.
Right.
Yeah,
And what
no,
we
no.
need to do as clergy, and I'm gonna step it up right now, what we need to do as clergy is educate people. Because it'd be like, okay, well, maybe you shouldn't play that song for the mass. For example, really quickly, like a communion song. It's communio. It's communion. A communion song should not be focused on you. It shouldn't be a me thing. It's a we thing. Amen? And so like we need to educate people, we need to educate ministries and tell them about this. So there's a difference between liturgical music, there's a difference between concert music, there's a difference between religious music. And each has its own place.
Yeah.
Right? And we should be really engaging people, engaging artists, engaging musicians, engaging ministries to make music, especially for the church now.
Yeah.
Facts.
You know,
I agree.
on all types.
I mean, go back to what I was
All
saying. Maybe,
types.
I think it was a prior episode was we used to create culture. You know what I'm saying? And like so what you're talking about is like in the liturgy and so forth.
Yeah.
You know, when was this stuff that that's being played? When was it created? You know, are we pushing that forward and so forth? Getting some
like
other trains of thought on it and so forth. You feel me? I think that's just growth. You feel me? Again, I'm not a liturgist. I'm not in charge of.
No, but you know what?
But
we should be speaking about it. Because if we hold
I agree.
On Eagle's Wings, or we hold whatever the there's so many songs, and I'm not slamming them, but how many times do we sing that same thing? And then when somebody tries to sing a new song, we're like, oh no. We're gonna sing like the old thing. But when that song came out, 70s, 80s, it was the new thing, right? And so like I believe as a priest that we need to encourage people and guide them along the path. Right. We need to show them the way, and this way, then we can welcome in that new music. I mean, for example, and I know we're coming to an end, but like Negro spirituals.
Facts.
Something. Were you there when they crucified my Lord? That's a powerful song.
Facts.
They were singing that.
Shout out to
ago.
the Knights of Peter Claver, man. I like going to mass with them every once in a while because you hear some deep music, man, for real.
And a lot of these songs have meaning. And then, that's the crazy thing that, like what you just did, Brandon, with that beat, taking the Tantu Marigo and throwing it on it. As a priest, I wouldn't have an issue with that. Like, not necessarily at mass or during holy hour, but at a concert, of course.
Yeah, so check it. So like a lot of people I've literally even been told like this is wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like you shouldn't do this. That's bad. You know what I'm saying?
Again, I, in my opinion, this is where it leads to the overgeneralization of a genre.
Yeah. But so check it. So look, the Tantu Marigo is what we sing during Eucharist. You know what I'm saying? Adoration. It's looking at Jesus and taking it in. The summit and the source. So it's the summit, the source, that's where I get my sauce. The summit, the source, that's where I get my sauce. The summit, the source, that's where I get my sauce. The summit, the source. Look, yo, I'm bringing something new at another degree, right? Spit it hot past 100 degrees, right? Start sweating, hope you got some degrees, right? You mad, cause I ain't got a degree, right? How you learn that? The way you word that. Get in the word, that's your word, I confirm that. I cross over, pull back, and the shot's wet. Setting the ball in motion, who got next? Woo, calling me raps, Kyrie, peace, Bron, but he got me on the PG. Working with the kids, so I gotta keep it PG. All up in your face with the truth, call it 3D. Woo, the summit, the source. As a youngin' one that facing the source. True light in your face, now I'm facing the source. Give me the power to take up my cross. If it's your will, make me America. St. Patrick, power of the Holy Ghost. Take over, go ghost like Jamie. St. Patrick, I got the power. Woo, woo. In your grace I shower like woo. Divine mercy hour is true. You save me, make me more like you. My savior came and they ain't know who sent him. They look at me the same way, how you know? John 7, the summit, the source, that's where I get my sauce.
There you go.
Any takeaways?
Any takeaways before we wrap up?
Theological takeaway.
I got you. So definitely, for all of my brothers and my sisters, I would definitely invite you guys, check out the Catechism of the Catholic Church. Like there's literally a whole section here, literally how to celebrate music and worship, right? And it goes into, right, the mass, right? And it talks about liturgy, right? Where's the liturgy? Liturgy, we're coming into communion, we're building relationships, right? And in that relationship is where fallen men rise on the wings of prayer.
Facts.
Right?
Yeah, that's dope.
And then it goes on to say that music gives a voice to those fallen men. So check out the Catechism of the Catholic Church. You want to talk about music and the importance of music?
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah, by the way, the catechism always has like them one-liners, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not even
Oh,
playing,
yeah.
bro.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, for real.
Say,
You already know what I'm about to. Letters to artists.
Yo, you know what I'm saying?
For real, man.
read the Psalms, the Song of Songs. Check them out.
The Song
Bible.
of Solomon, but make sure you get your mother's permission.
The Bible itself
Yeah,
is
for instance,
is
one.
littered with songs throughout.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
we have people like David, right? David was instrumental in music,
Facts.
right?
Absolutely.
Facts.
Musician,
Nah, man.
dancer, like
That's what the Psalms are.
The Bible is full of it.
Yes.
So check it out. Check out the Catechism of the Catholic Church. Check out one of the countless artists that we've mentioned. And as always, guys, thank you guys for your time.
Keep making
Check out-
music.
Appreciate you
Keep
guys.
making music.
Appreciate it. Shout
That's
out.
right. Keep making artists.
Representing
Keep
the
making
real.
music. Keep
Yes.
making
Shady
your art.
Films.
Keep honing in your craft. My brothers and my sisters, follow Cadi Films. Follow Audio Geek.
Yes, sir.
Follow the Centro.
Yes,
Follow
CentroBronx.com.
Follow us all, man. Alex
Yeah.
gonna take out a book on Mama
He
coming
said it.
out. But you
AKA
stay tuned. You heard?
How we do? How we
Tres.
do?
AKA
Appreciate you guys.
peace.
Appreciate
Later.
you guys.
City.
Peace.
Make sure you tag somebody. Send this to
Facts.
somebody.
Send it to your abuelita.
Much
Send it to your
love.
tío,
Sainthood in
tía.
the city.